morning students. Welcome back to the another online session from Anand Medical Academy. As we are discussing respiration in plants part, we have completed the introduction and differences between aerobic and anaerobic, and first step of both aerobic and anaerobic respiration, that is glycolysis. After glycolysis, there is an important step of aerobic respiration is called Krebs cycle. And we also discussed the connecting link between glycolysis and Krebs cycle is oxidative decarboxylation. I hope that is the last class of in the past sessions. So what is Krebs cycle? In the result of oxidative decarboxylation, acetyl coenzyme A has been formed. So in the formation of acetyl coenzyme A, what happened? One pyruvic acid undergone decarboxylation, lose one carbon, so that 3 carbon molecule become 2 carbon molecule. That 2 carbon molecule is acetyl coenzyme A. So acetyl coenzyme A is 2 carbon component. In that process, one NADH2 is also synthesized. This acetyl coenzyme A is there in matrix of mitochondria. Remember, Krebs cycle takes place in mitochondrial matrix. In mitochondrial matrix, lots of enzymes are there. That is one of the chance to happen. And for this 2 carbon acetyl coenzyme A, there was a 4 carbon component called oxaloacetic acid. What is the name? OAA. It is a 4 carbon component. Oxaloacetic acid is existing in matrix of mitochondria, and it is combined with this. So 2 carbon component is joining with the 4 carbon component is joining with the 2 carbon component. What is the 4 carbon component here? Oxaloacetic acid. What is the 2 carbon component here? Acetyl coenzyme A, that has been formed by the process of oxidative decarboxylation. So 4 carbon component plus 2 carbon component under the presence of an enzyme called citric acid synthetase. Citric acid synthetase. This is enzyme. Under the presence of citric acid synthesis, a citric acid will be formed. So this is 6 carbon component, isn't it? 2 plus 4, 6 carbon component, that is called citric acid. So first formed component in the Krebs cycle is citric acid. That's why Krebs cycle is also known as citric acid cycle. How does citric acid will be formed is a very formal question. That is 2 carbon component oxaloacetic acid, 4 carbon component oxaloacetic acid combined with or joined with 2 carbon component acetyl coenzyme A and forms a 6 carbon component citric acid. This is the very primary step which occurs in the mitochondrial matrix in Krebs cycle. Now this citric acid becomes isocitric acid. What is the difference between these two? This is just an isomer of the citric acid, as acids have a very least capability of reactions. Okay, isomers are placing. So the enzyme required is isomerase. You just remember in the glycolysis, glucose 6-phosphate turns into fructose 1,6-phosphate. Glucose 1,6-phosphate turns into fructose 1,6-phosphate. For that, an isomerase enzyme has been required. Here also citric acid become isocitric acid. Chemically both are same, but the functional groups positions were changed. Then citric acid is 6 carbon, yes, and isocitric acid is also 6 carbon. One should notice that carbon number is not changed and position of functional groups only changes. This isocitric acid able to lose 1 carbon in the form of carbon dioxide. Remember, carbon dioxide is releasing out not from directly citric acid, from isocitric acid. Isocitric acid is 6 carbon. Once the 6 carbon lose 1 carbon in the form of carbon dioxide, then alpha ketoglutaric acid will form. What is this? Alpha ketoglutaric acid will be formed. Guess alpha ketoglutaric acid carbon number 5, because 6 minus 1 carbon goes as a form of carbon dioxide. Then it is 5 carbon. Very important question. That is, in Krebs cycle, 5 carbon component is alpha ketoglutric acid. Alpha ketoglutric acid is formed under the process of decarboxylation. It is also decarboxylation. So, decarboxylation of isocitric acid. So, enzyme required for that is isocitric acid decarboxylase. Isocitric acid decarboxylase enzyme is required. In the last sessions only, I told you how to remember or recall enzymes names. Means what does exactly it is doing? It is doing removal of carbon in the form of carbon dioxide. Enzymes are end with the name ase. So D means what? Removal. Removal of one carbon from this source. That's why isocitric acid decarboxylation will be the enzyme name. Next, that results alpha ketoglutric acid is formed. That is 5 carbon compound. Alpha ketoglutric acid, for that another carbon goes from this, that is also in the form of carbon dioxide. So it is also decarboxylation. Removal of carbon dioxide, but this time from alpha ketoglutric acid. Then just find out guess the enzyme name. Alpha ketogluteric acid decarboxylase enzyme. It's very simple. Don't give much time to remember all this. You only just follow the technique. So alpha ketogluteric acid decarboxylase act on alpha ketogluteric acid. Then one carbon will be removed off in the form of carbon dioxide. Result succinyl coenzyme A. Succinyl coenzyme A. Succinyl coenzyme A is formed, and in this reaction one coenzyme is added. One coenzyme from matrix added to this reaction, so that alpha ketogluteric acid becomes succinyl coenzyme A. Let me know what is the carbon number of succinyl coenzyme A. 5 minus 1. It is 4 carbon component. First formed 4 carbon component means many 4 carbon components will be there. That's why I am telling you a question. First formed 4 carbon component is succinyl coenzyme A. Succinyl coenzyme A is formed due to decarboxylation. Fine. So from this succinyl coenzyme A, here one GTP will be synthesized from GDP. GDP means guanine diphosphate, and it will become guanine triphosphate. Means what? Here one phosphate will be released. So succinyl coenzyme A become succinic acid, also called succinate. So both are same. We used to call citric acid as citrate, lactic acid called lactate, glutamic acid is called glutamate. In the same way, succinic acid is also called succinate. It is also 4 carbon. Carbon is not released here, but here one GTP synthesized. What is GTP? Guanine triphosphate. You know, you are very familiar about the ATP. What is ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate is high source of energy. Next, guanine triphosphate. So that finally what will happen? This GTP become ATP. There is no doubt. So one ATP is the indirectly synthesized from the GTP. When succinyl coenzyme A converts into succinic acid. So 6 carbon becomes 6 carbon. Here only isomerase. The 6 carbon become 5 carbon. First decarboxylation. 5 carbon become 4 carbon. Second decarboxylation. Then 4 carbon become 4 carbon means no decarboxylation here. Decarboxylation happens means carbon number will be reduced in the product, not in the reactant. Then this succinic acid become fumarate. What is this? Fumarate. Fumarate is also called fumaric acid. Fumaric acid is also 4 carbon. Means what? Here there is no carbon is released. Means decarboxylation process was not happening. So, but here very important thing is one FAD, flavin adenine dinucleotide converts into, means forms into FAD plus reduced into FADH2. At the time of glycolysis, I told you, one NADH2 gives 3 ATP. How? We will come to know in the next sessions. Nothing but electron transport system. Okay, but one FADH2 provides 2 ATP. This is how I said. So FADH2 is formed. So FADH is formed when succinate become fumarate. For this, an enzyme is required. That is a fumarate synthesis. What is that? Fumarate synthesis. Fumarate synthesis. From this fumarate, there is another product is formed that is called malic acid. Malic acid, also called malate. Malate. Malate is also 4-carbon component. So that here also no carboxylation, means decarboxylation taken place. But here, right, then malic acid become oxaloacetic acid. So very importantly, what is happening here, while malate is converting into oxaloacetic acid, another NAD reduced into NADH2. See here, NADH2 is formed here, but not only here. When decarboxylation, consecutive decarboxylation is taken place here also. If I tell that time, you might have lose that knowledge, but now you will. So NADH2 is synthesized when malic acid is converted into oxaloacetic acid, and when two decarboxylation taken place here also, NAD plus become NADH2. Here also NAD plus become NADH2. Entire the Krebs cycle. In one Krebs cycle, how many NADH2s are synthesized? 3. First one, when become 6 carbon become 5 carbon. Second one, when 5 carbon become 4 carbon. Third one, when malic acid become oxaloacetic acid. So oxaloacetic acid has been regained. Because of oxaloacetic acid only in this association citric acid is formed. But finally what happened? Oxaloacetic acid formed. So again it will continue the process. That is why it is called cycle. There is no end. The product of Krebs cycle again react. Product of Krebs cycle, oxaloacetic acid. Oxaloacetic acid again react with acetyl coenzyme. How long glycolysis takes place in the aerobic respiration? Krebs cycle also continues. Okay. In this, 6 carbon become 5 carbon, 5 carbon become again 4 carbon. 4 carbon react with the 2 carbon and formed 6 carbon. So that 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. 6 minus 1 is equal to 5. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. That 4 modified into, continue into, form the another cycle. So this is the logic of citric acid cycle. So how to remember all this? They are very compact, right? I will give you a simple logic. That is citric acid, first one. So citric acid means what? C. Next, isocitric acid means I. Next, alpha ketoglutric acid. Here you remove the alpha and right K. The next, succinyl coenzyme A, S. And succinate or succinic acid, it is also S. Then fumarate, nothing but F. And malate, nothing but M. And the last one is oxaloacetic acid. So this is the code. See, I know some sample. See, I know some sample formula multiple options. What is that? See, I know some sample formulas multiple options. So C means what? Citric acid. I means what? Isocitric acid. K means what? Alpha ketoglutric acid. S means succinyl coenzyme A. Another S means succinic acid. F means fumarate. M means malate. O means oxaloacetic acid. So C, I know some sample formulas or simple formulas. Multiple options is the code to remember entire the cycle. But where does decarboxylation take place? Here and here. And as in the formation of acetyl coenzyme, one decarboxylation takes place. So total 3 decarboxylation takes place. That's why it is also called TCA cycle, tricarboxylic acid cycle.
Respiration begins. The process of digestion results with carbohydrates and other molecules being removed from the consumed food and transported into the bloodstream. From there, nutrients, like the carbohydrate glucose, will leave the bloodstream through a capillary wall and enter a tissue cell. Once inside the cell, cellular respiration will completely oxidize the glucose molecule, releasing high-energy electrons. The overall goal is to make ATP, a storage form of energy for most cells. Cellular respiration is a four-stage process that begins with glycolysis. Glycolysis literally means splitting sugars, and it is the first step of cellular respiration, occurring in the cytoplasm of the cell. Glycolysis consists of two distinct phases, an energy investment phase and an energy harvesting phase. In the energy investment phase, two ATP molecules transfer energy to the glucose molecule, forming a 6-carbon sugar diphosphate molecule. This molecule splits, and the energy harvesting phase begins. During this phase, the two 3-carbon molecules are converted to pyruvate, and ATP is formed. Glycolysis is a 10-step reaction that involves the activity of multiple enzymes and enzyme assistance. In the process, a net of 2 molecules of ATP, 2 molecules of pyruvate, and 2 high-energy electron-carrying molecules of NADH are produced. When oxygen is present, the pyruvate molecules and NADH enter the mitochondria, and the next stage of cellular respiration begins. The next stage of cellular respiration involves the movement of pyruvate into the mitochondria, where it undergoes oxidation. Each pyruvate molecule is converted into a compound called acetyl-CoA. In the process of pyruvate oxidation, electrons are transferred to NAD, producing NADH, and a carbon is lost, forming carbon dioxide. The next stage is the citric acid cycle, also called the Krebs cycle. Here, acetyl-CoA will bind with a starting compound called oxaloacetate, and through a series of enzymatic redox reactions, all carbons, hydrogens, and oxygens in pyruvate ultimately end up as carbon dioxide and water. The pathway is called a cycle because oxaloacetate is the starting and ending compound of the pathway. For every glucose that enters glycolysis, the cycle completes twice, once for each molecule of pyruvate that entered the mitochondria. During pyruvate oxidation and the citric acid cycle, a net of 8 NADH, 2 FADH2, 2 ATP, and 6 CO2 are produced for each glucose molecule. In order to understand how the majority of the energy is produced by aerobic respiration, we need to follow the NADH and FADH2 molecules to the next stage, the electron transport chain.
Understand about the Krebs cycle, some kind of calculations and another conclusions also there. In the next session, I will give you. So basic part of Krebs cycle, I discussed. Intermediate steps also will be there. First of all, you have to understand the basic concept. Later sessions, intermediate concepts intermediate reactions will be discussed. I hope you understand and enjoy the assignment by your good practice. All the best.